Welcome back to Last Request Barbecue. We're making a special meal tonight, request from my daughter, Ratatouille. There's a couple of ways to make ratatouille. One is kind of like a stew. The other is a very fancy kind of base that then you add in a really interesting, beautiful circle of finely cut vegetables. It's an all vegetable, all vegetarian cook. We've got, just look at this medley of vegetables I've got, and it's gonna go into a base of sauce. We're gonna make it smoked. We're gonna do it on the Yoder YS640. We're gonna start on the Crown Verity to get the base done. We're gonna mix up that red base sauce, and then we're gonna put it in and get some beautiful smoke flavor on it. We got a lot of work ahead of us. We're gonna do it fun, and we're gonna do it what we can, and we're gonna do it in a way that doesn't take up your entire day. So let's get started. All right, let's get this journey underway. I'm using my brand new Sentuco knife. So first of all, we're gonna start with the base. And the base simply is, like I make my pasta base actually, tomatoes, we've got onions, garlic, and we've got all kinds of different vegetables that we're gonna put into just the base. And then we're gonna make this exciting ring of vegetables. So let's get chopping. There's a lot of chopping, a lot of knife work that goes into making this recipe. You know, as we start the cutting, I did some research as to what makes for a good ratatouille. Like I said in the opening, there's actually two ways you can make it. You can make it like a stew, which is probably simpler, I guess, and then you can make it the fancy way with the design along the top and the veggies on the top and the base being this tomato sauce that we're gonna make. So I'm gonna do the latter. I'm gonna do the fancy version. So when I looked up the recipes, there's a whole lot of different ways, as you can imagine, to make it. I'm gonna treat this a little bit like a bit of a kitchen sink. I'm gonna use up what we've got, what's fresh in the garden, how I usually do my tomato base, and pull it all together that way. And it does a lot of cooking. I've already started the Yoder YS640 to get us going in terms of the cooking. I have not seen a recipe that calls for putting it onto a smoker, but I guess, hey, that's where we're gonna be a little innovative. You know, a lot of this, you need to cut this small enough. We're not doing micro chef sizes. If you're watching the channel, you'll know that I am not a trained professional chef, but hopefully these recipes are approachable and you're able to make them at home. And there'll be nothing in here in terms of special fancy ingredients. This isn't really a fancy dish. It's all in the appearance and the love that goes into making it. And then as you'll see, I'm just gonna be adding in the peppers and different things as I would build my pasta sauce. And then on top of it will be the veggies. And I think the secret is that combination of all of those things and then the wonderfulness of the smoker, which I hope will add, I trust actually, will add a nice bit of a hint of smoke that maybe you don't get in every recipe, and that's what you're here for, something a little bit different. Well, we're moving right along in here, and I've been cooking and chopping as we go. We've got onions, shallots, garlic, and you just saw me put in some soy, dark soy. Why did I do that? Well, typically in my base I use some fish stock, some other stuff, just to give it a bit of an umami kick. This dark soy, I want to make this 100% vegetarian. We'll add that in. And I also just added in some grilled veggies that we made on the grill last night, that whether it's today or tomorrow. So that's some grilled veggies that already got some kick and some flavor to it. To that I'm going to add now some fresh veggies. I'm going to add this shepherd's pepper, and I'm going to add, let's see what else we got. We got some of these hot peppers from my father-in-law's garden. And of course, then we're going to add in the tomatoes. We want our base to have some good heat, or at least I do anyway. You may not. These red shepherd peppers are not spicy at all, but certainly the yellow ones are. So let's get these peppers out. We're going to take some of that center part out, which tends to be a little bit seedy. Sometimes they vary in terms of temperature, so give it a try and see how hot it is. Oh, that's pretty hot. Oh, that varies, but these are good, so that tells you how many to put in. And really, you're kind of doing more of a rough chop here because this is all going to go into the Vitamix to be blended up. All right, now is the time to add our San Marziano tomatoes. Now this is a whole lot of tomatoes. I'm going to kind of play it as it goes, and then I'll put it in the show notes exactly how much I put in, but I had these ginormous cans that I picked up Actually, by mistake from Costco, I thought they were smaller. All right, we're well underway. Our base is cooking along. Now I'm going to add in some celery. If I had carrots, I'd add those two in. Again, you know, we think about a traditional ratatouille for sure has some of those ingredients, but you know, I'm going to make it with what I got. And, you know, that's kind of my cooking style, is make do with all the wonderful ingredients you got, and it comes out usually pretty good. And now we're going to add in some herb de Provence. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this into the Vitamix, smooth it out, and then we're going to put it in the Lodge, and then that's what's going to go in the Yoder. Now you may be wondering, why am I putting my cast iron Lodge pan in my nice stainless steel? Well, here's a little trick underneath. This nice little Lodge magnetic, both good for when you put it on a hot item, it's silicone, but also keeps the scratches away and allows you to kind of make and have a nice cooking surface. All right, let's start transferring the food into the Vitamix and blend it all down. Then it goes in here, the base, and then into the Yoder. So as you can see, we've blended in the Vitamix. It looks beautiful. I tasted it. It is spicy, flavorful. It's perfect. Now we're going to get it and cook it up a little bit more in smoke. I'm going to put some fresh thyme in it. I'm going to put a few bits of basil in here and a couple of bay leaves, which we'll remove afterwards, and it's ready for the Yoder. I've got it heated up to 360. Got some nice smoke going on there. And this is going to go in here, and we'll put that in there for about an hour and 15 minutes. So an hour and 15 minutes at 350 degrees, add a nice smoky flavor to it. And from here, we get chopping veggies. All right, now phase two is we're going to slice all these veggies up in little circles, and we're going to make compact little sets. Each one is going to have a single slice of everything we have here, and then you'll see we'll assemble it on top. So it's a lot of chopping. It's not such interesting television. We're going to chop them up as fine as we can get. We're going to see the results. So let's tune back in, and I'm going to get chopping. While that's been cooking, I've been building my trays of assembled veggies. And I got a couple of trays here built. So I'm going to try and start to assemble all of this together and see how far it gets me. All right, well, actually that worked out pretty well. Now, it's a little full. I probably should have put a little less tomato sauce in there, but it did sink in, and we're looking good. All right, now, on to our next step. We're gonna take some olive oil, and we're gonna make a bit of a rub and pour that on top. We're gonna put a bit of salt in it. All right, so we'll get some fresh thyme from the garden, and I think a bit of pepper as well. Now we're going to cover with aluminum foil, and back into the Yoder it goes. All right, it's been an hour and a half. Our ratatouille is cooking. I had aluminum foil on it for the first hour, and then I took the aluminum foil off. I've got it at a little hotter than recommended, but whatever that means. I got it at about 420 up and down. It's been smoking. So between, you know, smoking the base and this, cooking the base, it's a couple hours. So this is not not really a weeknight meal. So let's get to it. Let's check out. Come on in, and let's do the big reveal and see how it is. Here we go. Wow, look at that. That is our ratatouille. Looks amazing. Let's get it in the house, and let's serve it up. So let me get a plate, and let's get this portion here. Oh, comes out. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Oh, it falls apart a little bit. Maybe I could use a mold. I'm gonna do another piece. Let's see if I can get it better on plate two. Hold on a sec. A little practice. There we go. There we go. Oh, it comes out. That's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. I've seen better presentations of the ratatouille, but it smells amazing. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. Third time is the charm. Here, let's grab this section here. Oh yeah, I got a good feeling about this. I got a good feeling about this. Oh, there we go. That's the one. Now, let's put a little parm on it. And there we go, ratatouille. All right, now we've got our ratatouille. Let me just take a cut in. with a little bit of parm on it. And let's take a taste. Fresh, delicious. The sauce is hot because there's hot peppers in it. But the flavors together, simple, yet smoky, a little bit smoky thanks to the odor. It's delicious. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and hit that, smash that subscribe button as the kids would say.